I just finished reading a book which is called The Four Agreements. And this is a huge milestone for me because it's been a while since I don't read a book from cover to cover. I've started many of them, but in the middle or right in the beginning I just get bored or disencouraged or whatever. I don't think that reading is the way that I learn anymore. But this one I decided to read because so many people have talked to me about it, and I really want to change something in my life. You know when you're doing something that you feel that you're 99% there, but there's 1% that you don't know what it is? And that's the answer that I'm looking for. That's why I'm starting to do things differently in my work, in my personal life, in the things that I'm consuming, not only food-wise, but also the people that I hang out with, the things that I watch, the things that I listen, and of course the things that I'm reading. So 2 weeks ago, I decided that every morning when I wake up, I usually scroll on social media, or I usually use it to scroll on social media. But now I'm taking this first hour of the morning to actually read. For me, it's been better than reading at night. So I'm reading 2 books. I'm reading the Daily Stoic, and I just finished The Four Agreements, and I start a new one that I'm going to talk in the future. But in today's video, I want to talk a little bit more about the 4 agreements. And the first of the agreements of that book is that we must be impeccable with our words. And the first time I heard that was actually from a friend that read the book and was telling me about it. The first time I read it, or listened to it, or heard about it, I thought, okay, we need to speak nicely. We need to speak in elevated way. Don't use curse words and stuff like that. But it's much more than that. It's much more than the way you speak, but what do you put in the world? I'm about to do a procedure right now that might be disturbing for people. So if you think you are going to be disturbed by watching someone stab themselves, don't watch this. Sometimes I don't feel anything, sometimes it burns. So today it burns. Being impeccable with your word on the concept of the author of the book is to speak good things, because when you talk about good things come back. It's kind of like the law of attraction. If you speak bad things, if you gossip, if you talk bad about people, if you complain, that's what's going to come back to you. So instead of talking down on yourself, talk up on yourself. Instead of gossiping about other people, encourage other people to do good things. Instead of complaining about what you don't have or the things that are wrong, be grateful and express your gratefulness about things that are around you. So that's the concept of the first agreement. Be impeccable with your word. Say good things. Encourage people, visualize your goals, write down, just express yourself in a positive way, because that will come back to you. Now, I'm going to try this. It's an energy coffee drink. It's not focusing, fucks it. Cold brew old latte, but it says mushroom. It says mushroom elixir. So I don't know what to expect. I'm going to create some content right now, and then I'm going to the office after lunch to follow up with some clients. So let's see. Smells okay. Tastes good. Has 85 grams of caffeine. Not that much. Oh, I didn't know that. This is the last time I'm taking this, because it has 23 grams of 14 grams of sugar. So that's the last time I'm taking this. Unless they have a sugar-free, I'm not taking it anymore. second agreement is do not take anything personally. When we think about it, everybody's just moving on with their lives. They do their things, they take their actions, they make their decisions based on what is good for them. It doesn't have anything to do with us. If we lose our job, if we lose someone, if we get broken up on a relationship, it's not a problem with us. It's a decision that they made that is best for them. So when you take that into perspective, nothing else is going to affect you, because everybody have their own lives to run, and you and I and you have your life to run, and I have my life to run. So everything that someone does or every action that happens is not because of you. The world doesn't spin around you. So taking that into consideration makes life much more easier. One moment. Now I got it right. Music is one of the things that I most enjoy in life. And there was a period in my life when I was super young, like when I was between 14 and 18, that I would play my guitar for like straight 4 hours in the day. And that made me super happy because I was doing something that I like, something that I enjoy, and actually took my mind out of the problems, out of girls, out of school, out of everything. And recently, like 2 weeks ago, I bought this piano that I was playing right now. I was playing November Rain. I'm learning November Rain because every time I see a piano in a store or in a place, in a hotel, in a restaurant, I want to fucking play November Rain. And that's why I was playing. But back into our thing, the third agreement is don't make any assumptions. Don't make any assumptions. Third agreement right here. Don't make assumptions. That means don't make assumptions. It's easy. Don't suffer, and I am the master of it. For me, super hard. This one is one of the hardest because I assume everything. And when I got into my problems last year, depressions and all those shit, I had what they call the catastrophism, because I would imagine a chain of events so bad until the very fucking end, and I would suffer for that. So not making an assumption is exactly what it says. Don't think about something that you don't know. Just if it's a person that you have a problem with, just ask what the problem is and talk to them, being impeccable with your words. Talk to the person that you have a problem, and don't make an assumption. Don't assume anything. Always ask, always do, always move forward. Don't suffer because you are in the past, and that's like our regrets, and don't suffer because you are living in the future. When you are making assumptions, you are fantasizing about the answer of a question that you don't know the answer for. So you figure out the possibilities and you start to suffer for it. So don't make any assumptions, and try to figure out what the problem is and resolve it using the other agreements. I thought you were dressed like Santa Claus.
What?
You know those TV shows that have the main characters? And
Yes.
then they have the guest characters that are always there?
Yeah.
So on my show, me and Brownie are the main characters.
And I'm the always the guest show.
You are the guest that everybody likes.
Well, there you go.
And the last agreement is always do your best. And that doesn't mean that you need to be perfect. It just means that you need to strive to do the best you can with the tools you have for that specific task in that specific moment. And that is something very hard for me again, because I'm 0 or 100. I don't have any betweens. So for the longest period of time, if I don't get everything perfect the way that, and by perfect I mean by the way that I plan it, I just beat myself to death with not achieving the goals that I wanted. And that's very hard because every day something happens. For instance, today I was involved in a car crash. A lady hit my bike and run away. I called the police, blah, 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 but I don't know if I got the right license plate. I'm talking to a lawyer tomorrow. Let's see how it goes. But that threw me off for the rest of the day. I was super pissed off. I was not sad, but fucking pissed off because a fucking lady hit me in the bike and then just ran away. So usually I would be super upset and I would be complaining that I didn't achieve my goals for the day. But there's a reason that I didn't achieve my goals for the day. I fucking crushed it by a car. So what do? We go to bed, we sleep, we rest, and we try or we do the best we can tomorrow. It might not be perfect, but at least it's good enough for us to look back in the day and you think to yourself, yes, I did the best that I could. Tomorrow I'm going to do even better.